Hey, hey there. I want to ask you a question. Do you sometimes feel stuck in your law practice? Do you know that you want something different, but you don't know what's possible or how to get started? And you feel like if you start down a path, you're going to make a mistake that you regret. I'm Dina Eisenberg, and I'm your host for the challenge. And I just want to talk a little bit today about the 5 steps that you can take to get the law practice that you want. You know, the one that you dreamed about and the one that you really deserve. I am really passionate about this topic because in the past 20 years, made the life in the law career that I wanted to have. I started my legal career prosecuting doctors for sexual misconduct, and while the work was very noble, it was hard, it was stressful. And over time, I found myself losing the ability to trust because the people I came into contact with on my daily basis were folks who were not living in their truth. They were not living up to the values that they promised when they became doctors. And I became disillusioned. And I was on the verge of getting sick. And so I decided to leave the practice of law to become something else. But I thought, what? I had no idea what was possible. But thankfully, I had a curiosity. And I decided to think about what I would really like my life to be about, as opposed to what was actually available. Because at the time, there was kind of a glut in the legal field, and there weren't that many jobs available. So it turned out to be a blessing after all that I couldn't easily get another job. I had to focus on what I wanted, how I wanted to spend my days, and who I wanted to spend them with. And because that was true, and I was brave enough to take that step, I've had a really fantastic career. Um, Many different jobs, but all doing the same thing, giving people power through knowledge. That's my gift and my goal and my mission. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about the 5 steps that you could take to get the law practice that you want. Now, I'm not going to say that it's not a little bit complex because it is. You have to have some bravery, some curiosity, some grit. You have to have vision and determination to make it happen. But you have all those things because you graduated law school. And if you did that, you can do just about anything. So the 5 steps are these. You want to design your law lifestyle. What do you want your life as a lawyer to be like and feel like? You want to build a niche practice. The days of serving just everyone are over. We're now at the point where we kind of have this Starbucks era where there's mass personalization and every legal client thinks that their case is unique and they want special answers from an expert. And so you should think about what niche you could fill that role in. You want to identify your ideal best clients. Now, you probably already know what an ideal market is. That's the one that fits your business, where people have the problem that you get to solve. But your ideal best client is a little bit different than that. Why? Because it actually takes into account who you want to work with, who you want to serve, and the behaviors and personality traits to help you do your best job. After you've identified your best client, you want to look at what are the essential systems that you need to have in place to make sure that everything runs and can actually run without you. That's pretty important because most lawyers I know need to have their fingers in every pie because that's the way we're made. We're told that we are responsible for everything. And so we feel that responsibility very deeply. But the truth of the matter is that you don't have to touch everything that goes out of your law practice. And there are teammates who will help you do your best job. Right? So we want to think about who those teammates are. You want to then figure out what's your marketing going to be like. You know, right now, legal marketing is a hot topic, and everyone is telling you something else to do, whether it's video or having a podcast or writing a book or creating a course. So many options available that you might feel overwhelmed and not able to choose an option because, again, you're afraid of making a mistake. Well, the truth is that you should pick the way You market that fits who you are and the goals that you have. So we'll talk about how to promote. And then the last step is really thinking about thriving and being intentional. So many lawyers I know live by default. They live within a very narrow lane defined as lawyer. Lawyers do this, but they don't do that. Lawyers say this, but they won't say that. Lawyers can't have emotion. They have to be objective and logical. Well, that's kind of bullcrap. We are very passionate people, us lawyers. And we got into the profession because we wanted to help people. And that connection is what helps us do it. When you're avoiding the connection or downplaying it, you're not actually giving your clients your best self, and you're not actually being your best self. And so that's something to think about. How can you embrace emotion, connection, and give your clients what they want while still maintaining a sense of yourself and that distance and professional boundary that needs to be in place? So those are the 5 steps that I talk about in terms of getting the best life and the best practice that you want. I think that right now is really the perfect time to start over. If you're at the beginning years of your practice, this is the time to set the foundation to have the practice that you want. If you're seasoned and experienced, this is the perfect time because the profession is transitioning to something new and different. We are redefining what it means to be a lawyer and what it means to practice law. So now you have an opportunity to change if you've been unhappy with the way that your practice has gone, or you simply want something different for yourself. So if those things are important to you, I would love to talk to you more about them. You can find me on LinkedIn or on Facebook. My name is Dina Eisenberg with OutsourceEasier.com, and I'm your outsourcing queen and the host of The Challenge. Talk to you soon.